and the morning I woke up, literally I think I had like 1,000 notifications.
Yeah, it was insane.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Like, you hear those stories of people going viral and you're like, I wonder what that must be like. It's insane.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to Dr. Doctor. I'm Devon.
I'm Sam.
Alright, so this video is going to be about being Black authors. So if you guys don't know, we wrote a children's book back in March of 2020, and this is going to be all about it. So we're not going to get into super technical details. We're just going to give it a broad overview, and future videos will have more specific details about publishing and marketing and reaching out to illustrators, all that good stuff. This is just going to be about us and our experience writing this book for the first time. So hope you stay tuned and enjoy.
Okay, so I guess, you know, as Devon said, we wrote a children's book and it went viral, you guys. So since like the book came out around this time last year, I think, because that's when like the world was getting shut down because of COVID. It's been a whirlwind experience. We've done lots of interviews and stuff, but we wanted to share kind of some of that information here in case you guys haven't had a chance to see those videos. So the biggest or the first question we usually get asked in interviews is, why this book? What gave you the idea to come up with the book? And
the book's right here, right?
Oh yeah, it's
over
right
my
that
shoulder.
one.
We didn't even say what the book was. We gotta say that first.
Why We Stay Home. Susie learns about coronavirus. So
give them the little synopsis.
Yeah. So as you can tell, because of the time frame I said when it came out, this book came out like when everything was shutting down because of COVID. And the story follows Susie and her older sister Millie, and they're in bed at night, and you know, Susie's like, I'm really happy that we've all been staying home, mommy, daddy, me and you. And Millie's like, well, yeah, that's been great, but you have to remember the reason we're staying at home. So as an older sister, Millie kind of educates her little sister on like all things corona, social distancing, wearing masks. And the book also touches a little bit on the topic of like mental health and still communicating with each other and being able to, you know, keep those relationships even though we weren't able to, or we still aren't able to physically see some people right now just to safety measures. But the book kind of is geared towards smaller children. So we wanted it to kind of be a resource for families trying to explain COVID. My sister has twins that are 3 years old to them so that they could understand it. So we kind of broke it down on that level. Yeah. But rewinding it back, how did we even come up with an idea of doing that? Who called who?
So it was kind of my idea per se, because I was back in the East Coast at this time, so we were separated for that year, as I mentioned in previous videos.
But now he's back.
Now I'm back. Well, I've been back, but anyways, so during this time, like, no one really knew what was going on 100%. You know, this was all new, mask, social distancing. What is coronavirus? What is COVID? Like, you know, there's so much information, but then nothing really stuck. And I thought about a population that, you know, could be asking a whole bunch of questions, and it will be kids. They're out of school, they don't get to see their friends and some of their families, and mommy and daddy's at home. So I know this one over here is super creative. And I said, why don't we put those things together and come up with a kid's book? You know, she's gonna be a pediatrician. We just matched, of course, you guys know that. And this is just like in her whole wheelhouse. So I told myself, who better to do this with than her? So I called her up, told her the idea, and she loved it. And she was immediately sold in. What did you do next, babe?
So after he told me the idea, it was kind of saying, okay, we have this idea to write a book. What is the book gonna, or how is the book gonna portray the message that we want? So that whole storyline that I just told you about, the first thing I did was kind of type up the different words and the things that I wanted the characters to say. After that, it was, you know, coming up with what we wanted the characters to look like. If you notice, the characters in our book all have natural hair. That was intentional. You know, coming up with the names Millie and Susie. A question that I've been asked is, how did I choose Millie and Susie? And I don't know. I think I chose Susie first, and then Millie maybe Millie came after. But
it just clicked, I guess.
It just clicked,
Yeah.
and now I can't see them being named
Exactly.
anything else.
Just a little intermission. If you haven't read the book, I know we're saying all this stuff, and like you're watching this, and you're like, "What are they talking about? What book is this? I never heard of this book." Well, you can actually get it for free, a free download at this link in our description here, millieandsusie.com. Actually, it has all our books. We've written 4 so far, not 8. I don't know how I'm doing that, but 4 so far. And you know, go check them out. It's free. You know, see if you like the story. Share with your family and friends and little kids that you know.
And that was intentional as well. We never wanted cost to be a barrier to a child wanting to access our book. In the information age, we know we wanted to decrease screen time, parents, but we know that at least every household probably has a computer or phone. So although we want to decrease screen time, if children are able to read the books on mommy and daddy's phone, then that's, you know, an option that's the only option some people have. So that's why we made ebooks available online for free.
Yeah. So kind of going back to, you know, this whole creation process. I came up with the idea. She ran with it. She came up with the characters, the storyline. It was crazy how good it turned out. That was my thing. It was crazy how good it came out. And the next step was, you know, figuring out what to do with this story and like this little storyboard she did. And we'll show you all of that great detail that we went through in future videos. Again, this is just an overview. And then I said, we don't know what to do. We never actually wrote a book before. We have no idea. So some of you watching this video may have thoughts of a children's book or any book for that matter. And, you know, you're doing your job. You're writing. You're the author. But what comes next? For us, writing a picture book, we had to find illustrators. So I kind of took up that mantle of doing more searching out for illustrators and artists and stuff. So found some online. Interview them, narrowed it down to this one great, super amazing artist that we love her so much. Her name is Harriet. Shout out to you, Harriet. And we just connected immediately. She loved the idea. We loved her previous work.
And she had experience with drawing people of color that she showed us.
Yeah, so a little interjection there again. We're Black. Obviously, you know that. We're physicians. Obviously, you know that now, hopefully. And we wanted to give some representation to books. You know, we care about all children. Don't get that twisted. But when we grew up, we noticed that we didn't see as much as of people that looked like us in the books we were reading. So we just wanted to do a little bit to further that along. So that is why we wanted Millie and Susie to look how Millie and Susie look. So Harriet did that amazingly. So what happened next after we got the stuff to Harriet?
So after we got the stuff to Harriet, and we could probably like insert some pictures and clips of like the beginning stages of the book, like when she sent us drawings before they had any color and all that, and so that people can see that as well. But it was basically a process of going back and forth with Harriet of, you know, us sending us our little raggedy storyboard of like different clippings from online, and her beautifully turning those clippings into a work of art. I think, you know, with children's books, one thing that you don't want, and this could be an advice for the future or a tip, don't skim on your illustrator. Because little children, at the end of the day, if they understand nothing else, they will remember the pictures. So, I mean, that's the nature of being a child, right? Picture books, storybooks. So, you know, this project is equally, I think, the words, but even more so the pictures that Harriet did.
Yeah.
They played a big role. So we kind of just went back and forth with her until we got the project perfectly. The book is not very long. I
think the first one was like 9 pages.
Yeah.
You know, so again, it was super quick.
It was really quick.
Our whole intention with this was to, you know, have like 100 kids read this. You know, we
would have considered it a success.
We had really minor goals. And, you know, in future videos, you will learn how we actually took those minor goals and superseded them like 100-fold, 1,000-fold, which was insane.
Well, no, we didn't supersede them. We just shared it, and people superseded it for us.
It happened anyway.
But we didn't do anything. We just shared it, and it just took off from there.
Okay. But little interjection again, we went the self-publishing route. So we did everything ourselves. Now, there is a traditional way about, you write in a manuscript, you find a literary agent, you sign in with that literary agency, and they shop in your book to an illustrator. Illustrators put them together, then they shop them around to top 5 or big 5 publishing house. That is a route that, who knows, we may take that route in the future with other books and other series. Maybe, maybe not. But self-publishing is the way we took this first book, and we had tremendous success. So, after we got the finished product back from our illustrator, we literally just started posting that thing. And literally on Facebook, it blew up.
It blew up on Facebook. It also blew up on Instagram. I tell this story all the time. I remember we posted it online, and then I think I had class because I got pulled from my rotation. I was on class on Zoom, and my phone was blowing up. And then that night I went to bed, and the morning I woke up, literally I think I had like 1,000 notifications.
Yeah, it was insane.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Like, you hear those stories of people going viral, and you're like, I wonder what that must be like. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's
It was definitely overwhelming, but it was for a good cause. It was for a good reason. We were helping be that conversation starter between kids and school teachers and librarians and parents. That conversation about what was going on at the time. Which if you think back to March of last year, it was like, what the hell is going on in the world? So we were happy that we were able to kind of be a part in that, helping things, be what they were. I guess.
Wonderful literally iterations from Yvonne Scott.
You can tell that I didn't do much of the writing. It was her, because she was better with words than I am.
I think that kind of takes us into our next question, because I think, again, if you've known anything about our book, or if while watching this video you've checked out our website, you've seen that aside from this book, we've also released, I think at this point, 3 other books. And so that could be the question, well, was that your intention? No. That was never our intention. We actually didn't have any intentions. We just shared the book and was like, well, God, you do you. And he did do him. He did do him.
So, guys, yes, want to say?
I was going to say, we decided to turn it into a series from that one book, because we wanted to continue sharing medical education. Like Devon said, growing up, we didn't really see a lot of doctors that looked like us. We didn't really see doctors or storybooks of Black physicians or physicians of color at all. So, we're graduating from medical school soon. We have a lot of friends going into a lot of different specialties. We thought, hey, we have this platform now. Why not use this platform to kind of turn it around and share with others all the stuff that we've learned with children? So, he's going into ortho, our second book, What Happens When I Break a Bone. You want to talk a little bit about that book, since that's like your fields?
You can say that for another video.
Okay, well, we're saving it for another video, so never mind.
So, guys, thanks for watching.
Are we done?
Look at the time. It's 14 minutes.
But, okay.
I don't want to be that long. I actually wanted to be like 11, 12 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're not going to end like that. But, guys, if you got nothing else from this video, we want you to know that if you have some idea, something that you're thinking about, want to do, in this case, write a children's book or write a book in general, don't be afraid. Just dive right in it. There are resources readily available to help you as a self-publishing author to have as much success as you can. So just go ahead and start writing. Let us be your inspiration just start writing and you don't know what can come out of it.
And from my viewpoint, if you're a little weird and people called you childish and annoying, channel that, because one day you may write an award-winning viral book.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.